Hello all. In this video, we will learn about natural resources, the products we get from natural resources and their uses. In our daily life, we use a lot of materials and resources. Materials like synthetic fibers and plastics and resources like air, water and sunlight. They may be man-made or natural. Man-made like synthetic fibers and plastics and natural like air and water. Let's see what are natural resources. Natural resources are those resources we get from the nature like soil, air, water and sunlight. Depending upon their availability, natural resources are two types. One is inexhaustible resources, that means they are unlimited. They won't get finished by the use of man. Example are sunlight and air. Another one is exhaustible resources, that means they are limited. They will get finished by the use of man. Examples are coal, petroleum and natural gas. Let's go into details of exhaustible resources. Like we said earlier, the examples are coal, petroleum and natural gas. They are known as fossil fuels. Let's see what are fossils. Fossils are the remains of plants or animals that once lived. When they died and before they could decay, they got covered with sediments which protected it from the outside environment. As and when more sediments built on these plant and animal remains, they became hard and they formed rocks. These are fossils. This is a fossil of a fish. The fuels we get from fossils are termed as fossil fuels. Fuels are the substances which on heating give energy. So the fuels we get from fossils are known as fossil fuels. Let's see coal in detail. Coal is a hard rock which is black in color. This is coal. Coal we get from coal mines. Mining is a process of extraction of coal from the ground. Coal mine is a place from where coal is dug out of the ground. This is a coal mine. Coal mainly composed of carbon. When we heat coal, this carbon will combine with atmospheric oxygen to produce carbon dioxide. Earlier, we used coal in trains, but they produce a lot of smoke. Nowadays, we use electric trains. Let's see how is the formation of coal. Coal formed about 300 million years ago. At that time, Earth was covered with dense forests containing giant trees, plants and algae. Sea occasionally flooded this forest. Then the plants and trees got trapped into the swampy land. More and more plants formed layers like this. When the layers are more, the bottom part get compressed due to the weight of the overlying vegetation. The bottom part is under the surface of the earth and is exposed to extreme temperature and pressure. The mud and acidic water which is present in that environment will prevent the entry of oxygen. In the absence of oxygen, these plant remains get decomposed in a slow rate. Slowly, they got transformed into coal. Let's see the uses of coal. Coal is used for cooking food in villages. Thermal power plants use coal. Coal is used to make coke, coal tar and coal gas. These are the three products made from coal: coke, coal tar and coal gas. Let's see what are they. Coke. This is coke. Coke is hard and porous. It has high carbon content in them, made by heating coal in the absence of air. Coke is used in the manufacturing of steel and extractions of metals like iron and zinc. Coltar. Coltar is a dark liquid which is a byproduct from the production of coke. Byproduct is a secondary product formed during the manufacturing of another product. Coal tar is formed during the production of coke. Earlier, this was used to surface the rods, but nowadays a petroleum product known as bitumen is used to surface the rods. Bitumen is used. Coal tar used in making medicated shampoo, ointments, synthetic dye, paints and photographic materials. What is coal gas? Coal gas is produced during the production of coke. Like we said earlier, this is also a byproduct of coke. Contains hydrogen, carbon monoxide, methane and ethylene. Coal gas is used as a fuel. Moving on to petroleum. We are very familiar with petrol and diesel which are used in automobiles. We get petrol and diesel from petroleum. Petroleum is a yellowish black liquid. It is found in the underground reservoirs of ancient seas. Millions of years ago, plants and algae lived in shallow seas. After dying and sinking into the seabed, they got mixed with sediments. Over millions of years exposed into high temperature and pressure, they got transformed into petroleum. This is petroleum. This is a petroleum rig. Petroleum rig means rig is an apparatus used to drill petroleum from the underground rocks. The drilling is done by using these giant drilling machines. Let's see how is refining done. Refining of petroleum. Refining means the chemical processes are used to transform petroleum into useful products. This is an oil refinery. The products we get from refining of petroleum are petrol and diesel which are used for automobiles, LPG liquefied petroleum gas which is used in our homes, paraffin wax used to make ointments and candles, bitumen as we said earlier, bitumen is used to surface the rods. Moving on to natural gas. Natural gas is a naturally occurring hydrocarbon gas. It is a naturally occurring hydrocarbon gas. It contains mainly methane. It gets formed just like petroleum. When the layers of decaying plants and animals are exposed to extreme temperature and pressure, they got transformed into this natural gas. When natural gas is compressed by pressure, we get compressed natural gas, CNG. Let's see what are the uses of CNG. CNG is used in power generation, used in vehicles as it is less polluting. Nowadays, it is used in our homes. We don't need to store CNG in cylinders like LPG. They can be supplied through the pipes in homes and factories. CNG is used for making fertilizers and plastics. Like we said earlier, exhaustible resources are limited in quantity. If we continue to use them like this, it will get finished. Burning of exhaustible resources lead to global warming. It will increase the average temperature of the earth. Thus, we have to make sure that we are using these resources only if it is absolutely necessary. Moving on to how to save petrol and diesel while driving. Maintain steady speed. ensure tire pressure, regular vehicle service should be done, switch off engine while waiting in the signals. Let's do a recap. In this video, we learned about natural resources, the products from natural resources and the uses. Thank you.